Hello, everybody. This is JD again. Today, I entered a new phase in my life. This morning, when I went to work, I went to the bank, made the deposits like I normally do for the company, and then I went up to pick up my parts from a location from the store that my company has in this area. And I just happened to run into my DM. And he said, well, we might as well get this over with now instead of me doing the audit right now here. I said, okay, what? He said, I want to talk to you. Then he started off with, well, this is a part of the job I really don't like. I said, Jesse, you don't need to go any further. You tell me I'm unemployed. He says, yes, the route's not making enough money. I said, no. When does it start? Right now. Yes, I'm unemployed as of right now. Monday, I'll go to the Virginia Employment Commission, and I'm going to start looking for a job. I don't know how long it's going to take me. They say 3 to 6 months. The most I've ever been unemployed in my life since I was about 14, 15 years old is 3 weeks. So this will be a new thing. Will I be able to handle 6 months? Well, I still have my last paycheck. Last year I didn't take any vacation, so I have a week and a half, and I got 3 weeks vacation, but they're only going to pay me a week and a half. And then apparently what happens is the year before you build up your vacation that you used in that year, and I got 3. So I got a little bit of pay coming in. Plus I have a little bit of savings, plus my 401k has a substantial amount since I've been paying in it since 93 and never drew anything out on it. So bottom line is I have joined the ranks of the unemployed. Should I go straight into government or should I look for another job? Well, Monday I'm going to the Virginia Employment Commission. I'll go from there. But how are we going to fix these things? Not the way the present government has been doing it. They pretty much destroyed $3.5 billion and can't show anything for it. Now GM says that the unions aren't budging a bit. GM, the answer to that problem is simple. Open your factories in non-union states. If the people up where you're at don't want to work where they're at, you'll find out how fast they will want to work somewhere with a warmer climate. Unions, if you don't want to budge, how can you be so blind to see what's going on in this country? We got to get manufacturing back online to put the American people to work. Actuality, I went, dressed up my resume, fixed it so the bulk of the resume is actually, the first page is pretty impressive. Then there's several other pages. Well, what's nice about my resume is after you read the first page, you want to read the rest of the resume. The first page is the most important. Some say make it 1 page. When you have all the stuff, the experience that I have, the first page is the most important page. But if it makes them want to look at the rest, you know you've got them. So, I am now in the ranks of unemployed. Our economy is crumbling. I've just got through talking with my mother-in-law. Her daughter she's living with, her job went down to 4 days a week. They got to figure out how they're going to make ends meet. Her other daughter's job went down to 4 days a week. And I got to figure out how I'm going to get a job. Now, I joined the military in the 60s. According to the VA, my educational benefits were for life. But they passed laws and passed laws. I don't even think I have any educational benefits as of this time. I'm going to have to check that, see what the government has taken away. And somehow I got to figure out how to make it till I'm 62. And in actuality, if I make it till 62, my Social Security and Navy retirement is going to be actually more money than I was getting paid with my Navy retirement at NAMCO. Pretty horrible, isn't it? That's what happens when you don't get paid a lot and you have other things supplementing. So yes, I'm not going to be busted, broken. I have other things to fall back on. I just got to figure out how to do it and do it more efficiently. But there are people out there who don't have all the things that I have, that go to work and then told that morning, you're unemployed now. And they don't have anything to fall back on. Think how scary that is and how that can happen to you out there. We have to do something about it. We have to start developing our natural resources fully. We have to start manufacturing in this country again. We have to get away from just the retail business. There's very little manufacturing in this country. And because of that, there's high unemployment. I mean, plastic. Do we actually manufacture the plastic parts we use, or do we import them? Steel that we use to make the automobiles with. Do we manufacture the steel, or do we import it? The chemicals to make the composite parts of our aircraft, do we actually manufacture them, or do we import them? Every time we say we import, we lost another job. And why did we lose that job? What caused it to happen? Why is unemployment becoming the standard in this country instead of the exception? Why is unemployment becoming the norm instead of the unusual? Are we following the same course that Europe is? Or are we going to turn the corner? We're not in a recession. A recession was last year, maybe the year before. We have entered a depression. We need to realize the truth. Tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit about restructuring our tax system to enhance development and to equitably level the tax-paying field so that the worker doesn't bear the brunt of our taxes. Everybody has fancy names for different types of tax programs, but we're going to talk about each, and we're going to talk about them not with fancy names, but what they are. Thank you. Have a nice day. This is JD, now unemployed, but Monday we'll be looking for a new job. Take care. Remember, don't think Republican, don't think Democrat. Think American. And don't let yourself get down. Only we can turn this around, and we must do it together. Thank you.